Hey guys, today we have the one and only Tesla Model Y Juniper refresh. And Tesla just released this Model Y Juniper refresh, hence why I'm in the mall at 9 a.m. doing a review for you guys. So we're gonna see what Tesla did or didn't do to make the Model Y better. And the Model Y no longer just looks like an egg. It now looks like a cool egg with all kinds of little bits pulled from the Cybertruck. And I love this brand new light bar. It definitely gives it a more menacing look going down the road rather than just like kind of cute. And a few things that they've done for the refresh on the front fascia here. We have this all new light bar that is giving Cybertruck vibes. I absolutely love that. Gives it a more sporty look rather than like an eggy like Model 3 look. We have a new headlight right here, and then we have some new air vents along the side here. Plus they had to make new fenders to accommodate this new light bar right over here. We also have a new camera right here under this front bumper area to give you a better view when you're parking and things like that. Moving along the side of the new refresh here, we have all new 19-inch aero wheels, and you can also get an option for a 20-inch in the wheels. And then we have this all new mirror design with a little line through it, giving you a little bit more edge and a little bit less like bubble. We have a few parts shared from the previous Model Y as well. We have our handles and the same charge port back here, which leads into the all new taillight design. And onto the back of this refresh, we have an all new spoiler. We have this all new tail light design with this red ambiance over your new Tesla logo. We have an all new diffuser, and then this is the launch edition badge, which actually has some texture to it and reminds me a lot of the plaid badge. And the new Model Y does not come with the mud flaps that the previous Model Ys came with before. Now let's move into the trunk area here. Your trunk button is right here underneath your little camera there. So you pop that open, and it is super duper spacious back here. We have our little cubby underneath our trunk like normal Teslas do. We have a lot of storage on each side. It's like very deep. It's almost the full length of my arm down there. And then a couple more things is we have some buttons over here on the side to where you can automatically lay down your seats, giving you, of course, a full flat spot to put anything you may need. And it's so roomy, it fits a whole me. And now these back seats are all electric. There used to be a little manual that you would pull and then have to go back around, push up the seats. But no, now you can just click the button again and it will put it right back up for you. And to close it, there's your little button right here, and it's just a little nice auto close. And now you even have buttons on each side of the seats so that you can lay them down or fold them back up without having to go around to the back. And to open the front trunk, of course, you can open it in your screen or on your Tesla app, and then you just pull this up. You have your whole front trunk storage here, and just like the Cybertruck has in the trunk of their bed, you have a new drain plug for this front end refresh. And there's quite a bit of storage right here. I mean, I would use this for groceries and everything else. I think it would fit everything I would need. It's pretty deep, goes up to probably about my elbow deep. So, I mean, I think anything that you might need to put in there, you can fit. So we have this huge little like padded design going on here in the top of this frunk area. And a few things to note, you have your windshield washer fluid in your tires. That's about the only thing for maintenance on this car at all. And a few items inside the frunk area, you have your tow hook right here along this piece in the front, and your kidnap button is also a light. Never seen that before. That's pretty cool.
I need you to go check out me in the link in the description below. I love checking out cars on the side, but I post all of my best content down in the link in the description.
So Tesla said that they have really improved the quality in here, and honestly, I can feel it. There's a whole bunch of different materials and things like that that have just really made this look a lot better. Especially love the Alcantara in the different places and like this new kind of textile materials. They did have an all new steering wheel for this design, which also integrates your windshield washers, and they took out the turn signals off of the steering wheel and put them on a stalk right behind, so it's much easier to use because some people didn't really like that. Since there is no like driver stock right here, they have the same integration into the screen where you have to push forward to drive, pull backwards to reverse, like on the Cybertruck when it had it pulled up right here. And then we have an all new graphic right here on the screen of your actual vehicle, which looks super cool, and it's really crisp and very integrative. I really love how that looks. And of course, it works as you work. So like I just showed you, that door was open and this door is open right here on the graphic as well. And a few people complained that the door release was a little small, so for this refresh, Tesla made this button just a little bit bigger. And like I mentioned, just the overall new design of this car is super nice, and I especially love this light bar that goes all the way around, even into your doors, even into the back doors, and you can change that to any color that you want. And another notable button on the steering wheel is the little voice control. Let's see if it works. Subscribe to me. And another thing to note in the steering wheel area, they moved the horn button from here on the steering wheel to down here so you can actually press it like a normal wheel, because some people did not like that. And your cup holders are a little hidden just for a little bit more aesthetic purposes. So you push that forward, you push this back, revealing your cup holders in a very deep storage area right there that has a few plugins down here as well. I really enjoy this new material. It's like a dotty and cool. And then we have a couple more storage areas right here. It's super nice. I really love this. It feels like an overall better quality from Tesla because it has a few quality issues, for previous models and things like that, but this, it feels solid. Everything just kind of works so far. And another update, we have our ventilated seats in here that are heated and cooled. Finally, Tesla, that really helps us down here in Florida. And there's a kind of an update with the material in the seats here. They do feel a little different. They feel more real compared to the previous models where they were like a little softer and things like that. I feel the bolsters right here in my back, and we have our lumbar supports on the side. Overall, it just feels good in here. It feels like a new kind of Tesla, if you want to say. And a couple more points of storage around here, if that wasn't enough. You have your glove box, which you hit inside your screen here. Isn't very deep, but it's there. And then we also have our storage on the inside of our doors here on each side. And there is a new kind of like felty material inside of there opposed to the older models. And it does feel a little bit nicer. And for the launch edition, you get a couple extra little pieces around the car telling you and everybody else that you have a launch edition. So we have it right here at the bottom of our door. And then you also get the launch edition little graphic light on the ground when you get out. Plus that spot right there under your wireless chargers that also says launch edition, in addition to the badge on the back. Now, let's move on to the back seats. So into the back seats here, they have pulled the nice panels and new textures back here onto the back seat panels. Plus, like I mentioned, the new ambient lighting, which looks super cool. And we have a new seat back storage design here, which is like more of a pull out rather than the fabric piece that was there before. And we have the same seat design back here, and they are heated. They are just not cooled. And then we have our cup holders back here, or just a nice little armrest. It's actually pretty big for what it is, and I just want to reiterate the quality of these seats. They definitely feel more real than the previous Model Y seats. And these back seats do have a recline feature. See, I'm sitting up more, but then I can push it back and we can hang out, chilling back here. One thing I love about Teslas the most is this flat floor back here where you can put a lot of extra things and you don't have your drive shaft hump down there. And of course, the huge piece of glass going across the whole top of it. Definitely one of my favorite features. And with the refresh, they brought the brand new screen back here. So of course, you can move your temperature vent controls in here. And then this is the coolest part, I think. We can actually move our front seat from the screen. That's awesome. So cool. And we can actually fold the seats down when nobody's sitting in it from our screen as well. What a neat and nifty feature. You can really fit anything in here once you get all these seats pushed up. That's wild. So of course, there is a big change with the new refresh here, but it is still the same battery, still the same motor, but they were able to squeeze an extra 20 miles of range into here with their new aerodynamic feel. Now that gives you about 350 miles of range on a single charge. So these do start at about 60K and go up from there with a few extra options. And for this refresh, they have a firmer suspension, chassis, and steering. And for my 3 favorite features, one has to be this new menacing looking light bar that they pulled from a Cybertruck kind of. I think it looks super cool and just makes it look a little better than the previous models. Definitely is giving it a bigger audience. And then we have our inside ambient lighting. I'm just a huge lighting person. I love that you can change it to any color that you want, really personalize your car. 3 has to be the feature that you can move the front seats from the rear seat screen. I've never seen that before, and that would definitely be helpful in a lot of situations. And for my Riley ranking, I'm going to have to give this about a 7.7 out of 10 because I really think the refresh helped it a lot. I'm just not a Model Y person myself, but I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy how they've completely changed the look of this car. And I just love Teslas, so it has to be up there in the rankings. And if you thought this car was cool, you have got to go check out the others that I have reviewed. Little door, or we have some new little parts. What is it? Hold on.